What's up, adventurers? My name is Platinum Phoenix, and welcome back to Fire Emblem Engage. Last time, we learned that Vale was being brainwashed by Zephyr to enact the Fell Dragon's will, and this time, we are chasing after them as they went back to Elusia by sea. So, this time, we are on a boat. But before that, we have at least one support conversation. Yeah, it looks like a conversation between Phoenix and Alcrest. So let's go ahead and see what they have to say.
Alcrest, do you have a moment?
I do, Divine One. What is it?
Why are you standing like that? Are you okay?
I'm preparing to bow.
And why are you doing that?
I want to be ready in case I need to apologize for something.
Oh, for the love of... There's no need for that. I just wanted to discuss that wolf incident.
Oh? What about it?
I need you to understand something about me. And about you. I'm not higher, you're not lower. We share the same footing. Try not to think or act otherwise, okay?
I wish I could follow that order, but I just don't believe it.
Hey, come on. Why is it so hard for you to accept that?
I'm very sorry to disappoint you, Divine One.
I guess it can't be helped. I worry, but you do get results. Keep handling things your own way.
My own way? Are you sure? I'm aware that I often bring the mood down around others, and I struggle with compliments. I'm nowhere near as confident as my brother, so I'm sure my hesitation frustrates people. Despite all of that, you really think it's okay for me to keep handling things my own way?
I do, but I hope that someday you'll take what I've been saying to heart.
Very well. Thank you for your advice, Divine One.
I understand you guarded an emblem ring for us. I thank you for looking after my friends.
This praise will go to my head if you're not careful. But truly, I am glad I could do my part.
Alright, getting into the world map. We just need to go down and loop all the way around the world, apparently. And route to Elusia, chapter 18. Let's go ahead and begin the chapter.
Vale gave the ring of the Holy Knight to the Divine Dragon.
Apologies, my lord.
The ring of Azure Twins lost as well. Twice my 4 hounds failed me. You do understand the gravity of all this.
Yes.
And Vale?
Still in a deep slumber. No matter how much I amplify her draconic impulses, she won't awaken.
She refuses her true nature. In that case, take this.
What is it?
An enchanted helmet. It will strengthen the spell you cast on her. My power with your spell will correct what is wrong with Vale.
I see.
Keep it safe. Use it when the time is right.
Of course. As you will it. There is something else I would like to discuss.
What?
Pardon me, Lord Sombron, but Lady Vale is your only child, correct?
My only living child?
Yes.
That is correct.
Of course. I was speaking from fear, not fact. Forgive me.
Why ask such a thing?
Vale believes one of her siblings is alive. I thought it best to raise with you. She spoke of an unbroken dragonstone. But she must be mistaken. We both know the truth. Your children were killed in the war 1,000 years ago, all but Vale. I remember one who stood above the rest, with hair and eyes like fire. What was the name again? Something like...
Zephyr.
My lord.
I do not remember all my children's names or faces, but that one I killed myself.
Yes.
Moments later, I was imprisoned. Did you collect the body?
I did not.
Then I rescind what I said. The answer is no. And if you find that offspring, bring me a corpse this time.
Yes, Lord Sombron. As you wish.
Thanks for arranging this ship for us, Alfred.
Thank my mother, not me. When I said we were headed to Elusia, she got one of the fleet's finest lined up.
How was everything at the capital?
Well enough. There haven't been any attacks since we left for Brodia.
What a relief.
I told Mother what the other side's been up to, how they're after sovereign blood. She was shocked, of course, to hear about King Morian and King Hyacinth.
Understandably so.
As for the destruction at Flora Port, the royal family will spare no expense on aid, though it may be years before the harbor is returned to its original beauty.
We must defeat the Fell Dragon so that such horrors never happen again.
What's our plan? When we arrive, do we head straight for Elusia Castle?
First, we should try to learn what we can from the Elusian people. Rings or no rings, if we don't know what we're up against, we could lose everything. Besides, there's something I need to find out.
And what's that?
Whether Vale is all right.
From our vantage, the Hounds certainly didn't seem pleased.
They may attempt to erase her personality. If anyone can do it, that woman can.
I know Vale killed my mother. Nothing we've learned changes that. But I can't help but worry about her. I hope she's not hurt.
Yes, I suppose she's a victim in this too. And she did risk her neck to give us the ring.
Or it was all an act and she's just gaining our trust to stab us in the back. Again.
That's worth considering. We don't know enough to rule anything out.
Still, I want to trust her.
Divine One, excuse me. 2 ships flying Elusian colors approach from ahead.
Any sign of the Hounds?
None. However, it appears the enemy intends to attack us.
Then we've got no choice but to fight them on the water. Prepare for battle, everyone!
Alright, getting started with this chapter. Let's go ahead and make sure our units are selected correctly. Let's see. Most of these units are not going to be used at all. But I think everyone here is good. Let's go ahead and swap spaces because I want Cedal to be there and Ivy to be there. And then other than that, I think I'm just going to switch it around like this and call it good there. Let's go ahead and get this fight started.
We're fighting on 2 fronts. Good news is, the ship's got flame cannons that'll set fires and slow down the enemy. Be careful though. Wouldn't want our allies to get caught in the blaze.
Alright, flame cannons. You can use a flame cannon by placing a unit on it and selecting fire. Flame cannons blast a wide area around the impact point and set the terrain on fire. Be aware that the blast cannot reduce foes' HP below 1. It can hit your allies too, so be careful.
Since the king's death, my country has become something unrecognizable. Elusia's armies serve Elusia no longer, but the Hounds. Is this truly what I meant to do?
Alright, and this is a much needed, basically reprise from the very long chapter last episode. Because all we need to do is get up here and defeat Abby. I have no idea how to say that name. There are technically 2 bosses to this stage, if you count Linden, but he is a magic user that has Thoron, so he is somewhat dangerous. but I don't really think of him as really much of a problem. And in fact, what we are going to do is we are going to fly over here, take out this bowman, so we don't have to worry about arrows. And I actually got a bond level up with Camilla, but I actually gave Sigurd, because Sigurd gives the best movement buff of any emblem in the game, and having a dancer unit being able to move a lot farther is very nice. Also, because of
Join me for one song.
Because of Sigurd's ability to move after attacking or using your ability, it makes it a lot easier for a dancer to go into danger and then move backwards out of danger. So we are just going to dance Ivy real quick. And like I said, literally just move out of danger. And then because Ivy has Camilla, she also has the increased range, so I don't even have to worry about this bow unit either. And I'm actually going to use the giant fireball instead, because this should allow Abami to be taken out rather easily if she decides to come down here, which she might not actually, now that I think about it, because she can't reach me. But that's not entirely a problem. What we are going to do now is, I need to actually show this. There are two treasure chests on this map. One in the top left-hand corner and one in the bottom right-hand. And I want to try to grab both of these. So first, we are going to warp Yunaka over here. Using, I think, my second to last warp. And then Yunaka is just going to run over here and start fighting everyone. She really shouldn't be in danger. She's strong enough to handle basically all of these units by herself. And because this fight ends in what I'm going to say is basically two turns,
do my best.
We are actually just going to stand right here and let those guys come at me. And then we need to move you up here. And that's basically everyone we need to move. Well, actually have you go over here to try to take some of the heat off Yunaka. But other than that, I think... How can you hit them? Oh, the rune sword can hit them. I didn't know that was a ranged weapon. We're just gonna wait here. And I think we are actually just going to end the turn here and see what they do. Because most likely, they are not going to be much of a problem to me. Especially not Fram, who has a ton of defense when she's paired with Hector. Alright, one by one, everyone come at me. I kind of wish I realized that she had the rune sword equipped. I really wanted her to have the divine fist art equipped. That's unfortunate. They hit to 59%. But getting back to the two bosses, neither of them are really challenging. Because, like I said, the one just has Thoron, so he is probably the most dangerous out of the two. But even so, he really isn't much of a problem. I'm actually more worried about the mage cannoneers that they have. Fram, can you take out anyone in this circumstance?
I am the divine dragon.
And then Avamine is a axe wielder, so she is... If she gets close, she can be a little bit of a problem, but using this strategy, you could defeat her in basically one turn, even though she has 2 health bars, which makes her very easy to fight. And also, 7% hit is very nice. I'm really glad that Yunaka has a ton of dexterity. Speaking of dexterity, and can we go for the clean sweep of all these?
Nailed it.
unfortunate that she was hit there, but it shouldn't matter.
No!
That sucks. I was hoping to miss the 1 in 5 chance. Yeah, they hit the 1 in 5 chance, but they missed the 50-50. Great. Alright, who is up next?
They're nice and distracted. Don't mind me, chumps. I'm just here for the treasure.
Unfortunately, Thief, you aren't going to have the chance to get it. Because we're going to go right here. Wait. We are going to run all the way over here, dance.
How nice!
And then I guess we could just put you here. And then you are going to fly all the way over here and grab whatever in this treasure chest. Which is a second seal. That's actually very nice to get. This might actually be a problem, because I'm hoping that Astra Storm reaches her. Because if it doesn't, oh, that's devastating. In that case, I guess we have to warp. Yeah, there's no other way around this, I think. We have to warp over here. And then my warp is broke, but we are now close enough to actually use Astra Storm against her. And one of my bows should be enough. That might be a problem. Huh. Yeah, that might be a problem. Actually, what I'm going to do is Ivy, in order for this to work, I think Ivy needed to be one space to her left. So I'm going to use the time crystal to go all the way back, and I will meet you at the end of the enemy's turn to show you the actual strategy. Alright, we are now back on my turn. And as you can see, with Ivy standing right here, Abme comes down, which actually puts her in range of being fought. So I'm going to... First, let's see what's in this left chest. A speed wing. That raises speed by 2 permanently, I believe, which is very nice. And now we can actually reach Abme from here using Astra Storm instead of having to use another warp and then not defeating her.
I have my orders. You will not survive this battle.
By my hand!
Well, I think it's you, Abme, that actually is not going to survive this battle. Considering that did 50 damage while you had 8 health. And I think Ivy should be able just to take you out by herself. Yeah, she's 112 damage, 100%. But before we do that, I still want to get my second seal, so we're going to do that real quick. Mostly because like I said, I rewound, so we actually weren't able to do this. We're just going to send Hortensia in again.
Cute again.
Cute again. But realistically, this is, like I said, a very easy chapter. As long as you know how the enemy is going to move and everything. But we're just going to throw the sun at her and end this fight. I guess throw the sun at her twice, more likely. She actually hit the 24%.
I deserve no less.
And like I said, even though there are 2 bosses, you only have to defeat her. So the stage is cleared in 2 turns, and Ivy and Camilla are obviously the MVPs for this fight. Alright, and with that, we have taken control of the ships that had surrounded us. And I think we are going to call the episode here. So, I hope that everyone enjoyed watching. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Next time, we actually halt our advance onto Elusia to try to get some more power from the emblems. But until then, happy adventuring!